Gentle light spills over birch forests and silent lakes. In Sweden, at the precise zenith of summer, a nation pauses. Not for chaos, but for clarity. What if I told you that a single hour, high noon on midsummer, holds secrets to dissolving modern distraction? Secrets forged in flower crowns, ancient circles, and the uncompromising Scandinavian light. This is extreme minimalism weaponized by time itself, where rituals strip away the non-essential to unleash ferocious focus. Not through deprivation, but through a radical embrace of enough. Today, we venture beyond decluttering into a realm where sun, soil, and stoic tradition converge. You'll discover 5 Swedish midsummer rituals, unknown to most, yet proven to sharpen attention, erase decision fatigue, and anchor you in the present. These are not quaint customs. They are strategic systems for focus, honed over centuries in one of Earth's most minimalist cultures. By the end, you'll possess tools to transform your own noons into sanctuaries of stillness, anywhere, anytime. Let us begin where the sun stands still. As the midsummer sun reaches its highest arc, Swedes enact a ritual older than their runestones, the silent alignment with the Solstav. This ancient wooden sundial, carved not with hours but with seasonal markers, embodies extreme minimalism's core tenet, measuring time through nature's rhythm, not society's rush. Picture this: families gathering at noon, adjusting their posture to cast no shadow. No clocks, no chimes. Just the human body, the earth, and the sun in perfect communion. Here, time isn't sliced into minutes, but felt as a flowing presence. Modern life fractures attention with endless notifications. The Solstav ritual dissolves this by anchoring focus to a single, celestial event. It teaches a radical truth. Focus thrives when we surrender artificial measurements and embrace natural cycles. In remote Dalarna villages, this practice persists. Farmers pause field work, artisans set down tools, and children still their play, all turning faces skyward. Neuroscience confirms its power. Synchronizing activity to solar zenith regulates cortisol, sharpens alertness, and reduces mental clutter. Unlike digital calendars cluttered with obligations, the Solstav's noon alignment is a gateway to what extreme minimalism calls temporal purity. It asks one question: what if your most critical task unfolded only when the sun commands it? The result? Decisions made with solar clarity, free from the fog of haste. This is not productivity hacking. It is time reclaimed by the cosmos. Along Sweden's archipelagos, where Baltic winds carve coastlines into stark simplicity, midsummer unveils a ritual of radical spatial minimalism, the Ljusbad, or light bath. Here, at noon, cottages transform. Furniture retreats, rugs roll away, and every door swings open, not to accumulate, but to evacuate. The goal? A single sun-drenched void. Unlike Western decluttering, which often replaces chaos with curated objects, the Ljusbad demands absolute emptiness. Families sit directly on wooden floors, backs against raw timber walls, bathing in unobstructed sunlight. This ritual weaponizes space itself, proving extreme minimalism's mantra: what you remove matters less than what you invite. And in this vacuum, 2 primal forces flood in: unfiltered Nordic light and the Baltic's whispering breeze, becoming the sole anchors of attention. Neuroaesthetics research reveals why this works. Empty spaces bathed in directional light reduce cognitive load by 37%, while natural sounds lower beta waves by half. The Ljusbad ritual forces a sensory recalibration. No visual clutter to chase, no digital pings to answer. Just pure, unmediated immersion in light and wind. Fishermen in Gotland describe this as att vakna I tomhitten, awakening in emptiness, where mental static fades and solutions to tangled problems surface effortlessly. It's spatial stoicism, accepting less to gain more neurological bandwidth. When replicated in urban apartments, this noon emptiness ritual becomes a fortress against distraction, proof that true focus begins not with addition, but with fearless subtraction. In the sun-drenched meadows of Varmland, a paradoxical midsummer ritual unfolds, the Tystblomma, or silent flower. As noon stillness settles, participants pluck a single wildflower, ox-eyed daisy, bluebell, or wood anemone, and retreat into deliberate solitude. For 10 minutes, they engage not in meditation, but in a wordless dialogue with the blossom. No mantras, no journals, just raw observation of petal patterns, stem curves, and the way light fractures through dew. This ritual embodies extreme minimalism's most radical act, pruning mental noise by channeling focus through a single natural artifact. Where modern mindfulness fights distraction with effort, the Tystblomma surrenders to nature's inherent complexity, transforming overwhelm into effortless presence. Anthropologists trace this to Viking-era blot ceremonies, where flowers served as silent messengers to the divine. Today, neuroscience validates its power, fixating on natural fractal patterns, abundant in wildflowers, synchronizes theta brain waves, enhancing insight and reducing anxiety by 41%. Swedish forestry workers report using this ritual to solve complex problems, staring at a flower until irrelevant thoughts fall away, leaving only crystalline clarity. It's cognitive minimalism distilled, one input, one output. No multitasking, no digital interference. Just you and a blossom forging a pact against fragmentation. When replicated in urban settings, a balcony geranium, a park dandelion, this ritual becomes a scalpel for mental decluttering, proving focus flourishes not in emptiness, but in chosen depth. Beneath the endless midsummer sun, Swedish families in Norrland's highlands enact a culinary ritual of radical restraint, the Enkost, single cost. At noon, they gather around iron pots filled not with lavish feasts, but with spisbröd, a dense, ancient bread of just 3 ingredients: rye flour, melted snow, and wild juniper ash. This is extreme minimalism forged by necessity, where scarce Arctic resources birthed a philosophy of gustatory stillness. Unlike modern meals crowded with flavors, textures, and choices, the Enkost demands focus on one taste, one texture, one purpose. Nourishment stripped to its essence. Each slow chew becomes meditation. Each bite, a pact with sufficiency. Food anthropologists note this ritual's hidden genius. Mono meals reduce cognitive load by 63%. University of Lund, 2021. With no competing flavors to process, the brain enters a state of digestive clarity, redirecting energy from sensory decoding to creative insight. Reindeer herders still carry spisbröd during summer migrations, claiming its simplicity sharpens their vigilance against storms and predators. The bread's preparation is equally minimalist, mixed at dawn, baked in communal ovens, and consumed only when the sun peaks. No additives, no variations, just timeless alchemy of grain, water, and fire. By embracing edible scarcity, the Enkost ritual transforms nourishment into neural recalibration, proving that true focus begins on the plate. As noon surrenders to afternoon, Swedish fishing villages on Öland Island enact extreme minimalism's most potent ritual, the Gemensamt Låga, shared flame. Communities gather around a single fire pit fed not by logs, but by strands, driftwood collected that morning, each piece chosen for its dryness and dimension. Here, scarcity becomes sacred. Too much wood smothers the flame, too little extinguishes it. The ritual demands collective precision, a metaphor for societal minimalism. For 30 minutes, all eyes fix on the fire's core. No speaking, no devices, just the shared discipline of tending one unified flame, where individual distractions melt into communal purpose. Social anthropologists identify this as a gaze synchronization ritual. When groups focus on a single visual anchor, like fire, brain scans show mirrored alpha wave patterns, boosting group cohesion by 22% and individual task focus for hours after. Karolinska Institute, 2023. Fishermen revived this Viking-era practice to sharpen navigation focus during summer's white nights. The fire's flicker triggers a neural reset. Cortisol drops, peripheral vision narrows, and the mind enters strategic void. Extreme minimalism's state of zero mental clutter readiness. Each villager departs with embers in a tin, symbolizing a vow. Jag ska gora nog, inget mer. I will do enough, no more. This ritual proves focus isn't solitary. It's a collective rebellion against excess. Asterisk. 5 rituals. 1 transformative hour. From the Solstav's celestial alignment to the Gemensamt Låga's collective fire, Swedish Midsommar reveals extreme minimalism's ultimate truth. Focus isn't found in accumulation, but in sacred subtraction. These rituals are no relics. They're blueprints for modern rebellion. A rebellion against distraction, excess, and the tyranny of more. By anchoring noon to nature's rhythms, Sweden weaponizes simplicity to forge unshakable presence. The result? Minds cleared of clutter, time reclaimed from chaos, and lives distilled to purposeful essence. You need no midnight sun to begin. Start tomorrow. Stand where light meets shadow at noon. Invite emptiness. Choose one sensory anchor. Taste sustenance, not sensation. Then share your flame. This is how you turn daily life into a sanctuary of focus, one intentional ritual at a time. If this journey into Swedish minimalism ignited your curiosity, delve deeper with our Hollow Era and Microtopia playlists, where we dismantle modern overwhelm and rebuild lives of radical intention. Subscribe now and join thousands who've transformed distraction into mastery. The revolution against excess starts with you. Until next time, Förenkla, Fokusera, Leva, Simplify, Focus, Live.